Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Today I am going to do a quick review of the Shieldon Knives Scythe. It has a hawk's bill blade and it's a little pocket knife. And it's from the guys from DC Blades, Justin Carvel, and Chris Harrison from Old Squirrel Knives. So it's a collab design on this. And it is just very unique. It's 154 cm and it's got this micarta slash G10, I think it is, mixture. And you get this very interesting shape and pattern to the scales, which is really cool. This is a fairly cheap knife coming in at $65. And this knife has been sold out on Amazon repeatedly. I have a link down below. I think it's available right now when you see this video, so check them out. Um, the action on it is great, and the detent is perfect. It doesn't drop shut, but then again, the knife is really small, so it wouldn't really drop shut. I guess I could loosen it and play with it, but I haven't done that. Standard little wire clip. So this was kind of a concept design is what I'm getting at it, because they've already talking about releasing an upgraded version of this that would be much larger and be a frame lock and have more premium materials. To give you an idea of how small this is a Deca Hogue 2, and this is that guy. So very small. It actually fits in my fifth pocket. Um, you look at this hawksbill and you're like, that is a very impractical knife. And that's exactly what I thought too. But having used it a while now, I actually find myself reaching for it. For gardening stuff, this thin point that it comes down to is super, super thin, and it just pokes into anything, and then it will just rip along the blade. I haven't sharpened it, obviously, although I guess I could, because I do have something that would be able to do it, but right now it's sharp enough for all intensive purposes. So, it could be a little bit sharper, but it's 154 cm, so it's going to keep its sharpened blade for a while. And here you can see the symbol on it, and it says Scythe, very nicely done there. The blade shape itself, I have a very big, I wear XL hand gloves. My pinky finger is half hanging off of this. So an XL version might be very nice. Will I get it? I'm not sure. I actually like the fact that this is a smaller knife. I mean, I do like big knives, but occasionally I will go for the smaller ones, like this Nerd here. Very nice, but, very similar in size, although the Nerd itself is just a little bit smaller, obviously. What else can I say about this knife? So the ergos are fine. The way that it's constructed is it just has one screw here. It's a reversible clip for the lefties. The wire clip is very basic. I would like a nicer clip than this, but if you're going to go cheap, I rather a wire clip than a cheap bent clip myself. So that's okay. It has a full back spacer in here, which fully protects the blade and the tip, and it sits in there. It's skeletonized inside, so full liners on the inside that are skeletonized. And this is just, and the access to the lock is fine. They have a nice little cutaway on one side you can see here, and then they've actually machined out a little groove here on the liner lock, which makes it very comfortable to push over and close. And like I said, the flipper tab is small, has some nice jimping on there, so you're never going to misfire because your finger's going to slip off of it. And I actually kind of push it with my thumbnail because it just flicks out so fast. Yeah, and it has this nice bit of jimping on the back of the blade here so that your thumb can rest there very nicely when you're cutting things. Yeah, it's just well thought out and ergodynamically just great, because your pointer finger here kind of rests against the jimping here, and so the flipper tab actually doesn't get in the way at all compared to other knives that have flipper tabs that are just ginormous and they just tend to get in the way. Like, I don't mean to point any fingers, but the Hinderer Eclipse here, this massive flipper tab is just sticking down there, and it's, getting in the way. It's kind of, I mean, it protects your finger or whatever, but it's just, if you can't cut things really close to the table or close to a flat surface with it. So it just gets in the way, whereas this is almost, it's a design feature. It continues the shape and the sharpening choil. They have a nice little sharpening choil there, and it continues the line of the blade. Just very nicely executed and thought out. And then it has several planes on the blade itself, and the finish is fine, kind of a workman's finish, tumble wash, that is going to, age well. It's going to take scratches okay. It's almost exactly the same as the Deca finish. Um, so yeah, the milling, or the way that they've sharpened this, and the way that they've added a couple of extra planes to make it look even more like a hawksbill, is just really nice. So yes, gimmicky, strange, weird, but in a way, it's I also practical. Like I said, I use it for gardening a lot, and I just like carrying it. And I don't carry it as my primary knife, but I will often stick this in my fifth pocket, especially when I'm out in the yard or doing other things, because this will open up a bag of anything real fast and easy. Just rips through that plastic and it opens it up. So, and the points, when you need a point to get into something, this is great for that. What do you guys think about this knife? It's really weird, right? Well, check it out. There's a link in the description down below. You do support the channel if you use that link, if you decide to buy one. Not that you have to. It came a little off center, but, I'm not too worried about it. That's all I have for you guys today. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. They are awesome, and they really help me feel like I'm doing some good work. So I really appreciate all of your support. And I'll see you guys next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.